Welcome everyone. I'm excited to welcome you to today's presentation. We'll be exploring the topic of Fiqh, Qaada, which is about making up missed acts of worship. This presentation is brought to you by Sheikha Shafalia Yaunis and is copyright 2024 by Continuous Learning Development. Over the next few minutes, we'll cover the essentials of Qaada, its importance, and how it's practiced. Let's get started. Let's take a closer look at the definition of this concept. It's important to understand that whether actions are taken intentionally or unintentionally, they still fall under this definition. This means that sometimes people might do something on purpose, fully aware of their actions. Other times, it might happen without them even realizing it. Both cases are relevant because they can have similar impacts, and recognizing this helps us better understand behaviors and their consequences. This idea ties into the overall theme of how awareness and intention play roles in our development and interactions. So, keeping this in mind will help us see the full picture as we move forward. Now let's look at the method we can follow if we miss the Fajr prayer time. If we happen to sleep through it, the key actions are quite simple but very important. First, upon waking, we should make wudu because purity is essential before offering prayer. Then, we perform the iqamah, which is the call to start the prayer, just as we normally would. Finally, we offer the Fajr Salah, making sure to pray it with the same sincerity and concentration as usual. Let's also reflect on a beautiful story from the Prophet's Piba time, shared by Abu Qatada. One night, during a journey, some companions expressed a wish that the Prophet Piba would rest with them during the last hours of the night. The Prophet Piba responded that he was worried they might sleep through Fajr. Bilal volunteered to wake them up, and everyone fell asleep, including Bilal, who leaned against his mount. In the morning, the Prophet Piba woke up as the sun was rising and asked Bilal what happened to his promise. Bilal admitted he had slept more than usual. The Prophet Piba then explained that Allah takes and returns souls as he wills. He instructed Bilal to get up and call the adhan, and then he performed wudu and prayed as the sun was fully risen. This story highlights how vital it is to be prepared, to wake up for Fajr, and to pray on time, even if it means making some extra effort. It reminds us of the importance of obedience and reliance on Allah's mercy, especially during those last hours of the night. Let's talk about the time period when we miss Salah. If and when we forget or miss a prayer, it becomes our responsibility to make it up as soon as we remember or are able to do so. There is an important opinion that says if we miss a prayer, even years later, we should still make it up. For example, Ibrahim mentioned that if someone missed a prayer 20 years ago, they only need to pray that single prayer. Similarly, Anas quoted the Prophet Piba, saying that if anyone misses a prayer, they should pray it whenever they remember. There's no other expiation besides performing that prayer. It's crucial to understand that deliberately missing Salah is considered an act of disbelief, so repentance is necessary before making up any missed prayers. To clarify with an example, if you miss the Dhuhr prayer and remember it during Asar time, you should perform Dhuhr either before or after the Asar prayer. However, if the iqamah for Asar is called before you've had the chance to make up your Dhuhr, then you should delay making up Dhuhr until after completing the Asar prayer. The Prophet Piba also emphasized this, saying that once the iqamah is made, the only valid prayer is the obligatory one for that time, which is the current fard prayer. So the key takeaway here is that making up missed prayers is important and should be done thoughtfully, respecting the proper order and timing, and always with the intention of sincerity and repentance.